Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Mindfully Kiki, or should I say, welcome back to my channel. So, I did a live a few weeks ago saying that I was rebranding and changing my name, but I never did an official video explaining what's actually changing. So, we're going to talk about it now. So, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Kiki, and I am the creator of Mindfully Kiki, formerly known as This Curvy Yogi. Now, I know y'all know me by my name, Jakita, and you're probably wondering, where did this Kiki come from? Well, Kiki is my nickname, and I kind of wanted to switch over to actually using that with my brand name. Now, don't get me wrong, I love, love, love my name, even when people say it wrong all the time. But I thought it flowed a little bit better with the branding. So, Mindfully Kiki versus Mindfully Jakita sounded like a lot. So kept it a little simple and I opted to use my nickname instead. And I don't mind what you address me as. You can address me as Jakita, you can address me as Kiki. I'll answer to both as long as you are not calling me out of my name. So let's talk about this rebrand a little bit because I know that I want to start teaching yoga because I wanted to be a part of the representation that I wanted to see, right? Because when I started, there weren't a lot of black people teaching yoga at all. So when you looked up yoga, you saw all the white women that were like the fit type of woman, and they can contort their bodies into all these different shapes. And honestly, I just felt a little bit out of place. I was the only one in my training, and they didn't make me feel out of place. I just felt out of place because of the circumstances. That's it. But like I said, I felt a little bit out of place, and I was a little thicker than most at the time. And that's funny to say now because I'm a lot thicker than I was then when I started, but I was still thicker. And so I wanted to be a representation of people that had a little bit of size on them. Because we know that every yoga pose does not look the same on different body types, right? So, because of those two reasons, I wanted to create this curvy yogi as a way to reframe what people think a yogi looks like, right? I'm a black woman and I'm a thick woman, and that was just something you didn't see in a yoga teacher. And I wanted to be part of that representation so that people that look like me would actually want to try. Now, I still believe in those things, and I was staying 10 toes down on those reasons for teaching. But I also started to realize that my practice started to change, right? Like now, I'm focusing less on physical yoga poses and focusing more on living more holistically or taking care of myself more holistically. And I wanted to reflect that in my classes on my YouTube channel, basically everywhere that I'm teaching, right? And I've always focused on so much more anyway. So if you've been following this channel since the beginning or for a couple of years now, you know that I've always done yoga, meditation, but I've also done self-care Sunday talks or had a series on it. And I did Meditative Monday. I've also done motivational talks. And I literally teach awareness and mindfulness in my classes. So I am teaching yoga, but I'm teaching awareness and mindfulness throughout the classes. So this rebrand was very easy for me because it just embodies what I've been talking about, right? I've been talking about self-care. I've been talking about yoga. I've been talking about meditations. I've been talking about my journey holistically a long time, and this name change just embodies that a little bit more. I focus on adding mindfulness into my life through yoga, meditations, and self-care. And that's what I want to bring to you all. That's what I want to bring into my teaching, what I want to bring into the content that I provide for you on this channel. I want to bring you all aspects of taking care of yourself through being more mindful. So we're still going to have our yoga sessions, our meditation sessions, our mindfulness sessions. We're still going to talk about self-care, and we're going to build overall awareness into our lives. I'm just changing my name to reflect that. So, as you may know, I still teach virtual classes, especially my Monday night yoga class at 6 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And those classes are for a small fee, they are via Zoom. And I'm going to try to teach at least one live class here on YouTube per month. And that can be anything from a 30 to 45-minute class. And that'll be absolutely free. You just have to be able to tune in. And of course, it'll be available for replay. And I am also working on having some meditations available, not only here on YouTube, but I'm planning to put a few on the Insight Timer app, which is a meditation app that I use along with the other meditators, yoga teachers, everyone can use it. And it helps you to track how many days you've been meditating, how long you've been meditating, all those things. If you're one of those people that likes to keep up with it or that needs a little bit of accountability, it's a good app to do it. And so, a good way to keep up with all of the things that I'm doing is to join my email list, because I'm going to be sending out newsletters. It might be every week, it might be bi weekly. I'm not going to promise you that, but for now, I'm going to be sending out at least a bi weekly newsletter to let you know what's going on for the month. And you'll also have the links to be able to sign up for those classes in that email as well. So I'm going to put that link to my email list in the description. And as for this channel, you can expect to get yoga flows as we've been doing, meditations, and I've added sound baths because I am starting to add more things to my sound baths. As you may know, I use the Tibetan singing bowls currently. I just bought a heart. Y'all will see that video a little bit later, and I'm planning on buying some ocean drums, maybe a rain stick. We'll see. But I'm planning on doing more sound baths here as well. And we'll continue to do our mindfulness talks. That's what it's going to be called now. We used to do self-care and meditative Monday, motivational talks, but it's going to be mindfulness talks now. So we're going to add a little bit of mindfulness into our life with, just talking videos like this where we talk about life and how we deal with certain things. And finally, gonna have some lifestyle content in there too. I used to post a lot of my concerts that I attend. I'll probably get back to posting those. I'll be posting my travels, planning a trip to Italy this year, so y'all will probably see that later on in the year. I'm gonna go back and give you some other footage from my other travels as well, and what other events I have, and maybe events I host. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I'll be posting a little bit more lifestyle content here. And the last thing I want to let y'all know is that I started a podcast. Now, I talked about this in another video, I'm sure, before, and it might have been in the video I did with the live. I don't know. But anyway, I started a podcast. I, along with my friend Kiki, we started a podcast called Take Care Sis, and it is about self-care. So this podcast, I'll share a few episodes over here if I feel led to share it with you all, but that's going to be on an entirely different channel called Take Care Sis Podcast. So y'all can go follow that page as well. But on this podcast, we talk about everything related to self-care. So it can be physical self-care, emotional self-care, mental, spiritual, professional, financial, all of the different things that are included in self-care. We talk about it. We really dive into it, y'all, because we want y'all to take better care of yourselves and be able to apply your self-care to your life. So please go and subscribe to that channel. It's called Take Care Sis Podcast, and we are also available on all major podcast platforms. That's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other smaller ones that you may be using. So go and follow us there as well. And I'll also put a link to our podcast page in the description. So both the podcast page and our YouTube channel. So I hope that this gave you a better perspective of the changes that are coming and my reason for rebranding. And y'all know I have to add in a little bit of a corny signature, right, for these videos, right? So I want you to add a little bit of mindfulness into your life and be mindfully true. But most importantly, be mindfully you. See, I told y'all I was corny. But anyway, bye y'all. I will see you in my next video.